Hello and welcome to Access Sportsnet Lakers, brought to you by your Toyota dealers. We make it easy. I'm Chris McGee alongside Danny Green and James Worthy. Teams are now 161-0 when leading a series 3-0. The Lakers blow out the Rockets, as Danny predicted in the pregame, on the road. And the better team, from top to bottom, won this series. And the Lakers did it with defense, holding the Rockets to just 78 points. Rockets shot just 35% from the field, 17% from three, and the Lakers dominated on the boards as well. Shout out to the entire Laker team. Yeah. Even the bench was great in that department. And, of course, their leader at age 41, LeBron James, 28, 8, and 7.
Boy, it's nice when you got a big brother on the team, don't you? Someone to protect you. Look, this team has shown a lot of maturity to be able to, focus on a closeout game. First of all, go up 3-1. You get a gift in game 3, obviously, but to stay focused without Luka, just getting Reeves back, and to have the rest of the guys, 8 and Rui, a great night for Rui tonight, 8-15, 5 of 7 for 3. 8 and 16 rebounds. He had 3 offensive rebounds. They were just locked in defensively. And so to me, that shows a sign that they're still maturing. They're still understanding where their bread and butter is. And that's on the defensive end, Geeter. And that was a good performance tonight from start to finish. Yeah, I mean, we knew, well, I knew anyway, that Bron would be ready. I think everybody knew Bron would be ready. I also expected JJ to have, his crew ready, and the rest of the guys up for this game. And the game plan. So the combination of that and them also beating Houston at their own game with the rebounds and offensive boards, and then, of course, them not shooting as well they did in Game 5. Like, I knew that they would come down to earth a little bit. They've been one of the worst, or not the better, shooting teams in the league when it comes from three-point percentage. So with the combination of that shows the score discrepancy. So, like, this was a comfortable win for them because they executed the game plan. They also made Houston play bad. They didn't just allow them to do what they wanted to do. JJ can flat out coach, man. Yeah. No Luka Doncic, didn't have AR for 4 games, called that timeout. They were still up 19. It was hot, lit them up, and they went right back out there. And
high standards, high expectations.
Ended the game. Rui Hachimura, he was fantastic tonight. He's speaking with Mike Trudell.
All right, wow, Rui Hachimura, what a series that you guys played without Luka, who's coming up to congratulate you right here. Austin doesn't return until last game. How did you get it done for the series? How did you get it done tonight?
Man, we needed it. Everybody talk about we're going to be the first one in history, blah, blah, blah. So we said this is going to be the night. We're going to finish it, and we did.
You hold Houston to 78 points, and a lot of those came in the final couple of minutes, it seemed like. Defensively, what was the key for you?
We talk about, Sengun's the guy that, kind of, do everything. We say him and Jabari, he's a great shooter. So, we talk about those 2 guys going to be the key, especially KD's out. So, we hold them, look at the points, we hold them under 20. So, yeah, that's why we got this stuff.
All right, Rui, on offense, you have been on fire from 3, okay? 11 straight games where you've been at least at 50%. Tonight, 5 for 7. You always joke that you didn't come into the league as a 3-point shooter, right? You were kind of a mid-range guy. Now you're one of the best in the world that you've been proven on a playoff stage.
It's just the team, Of course, Luka's out right now. Austin came back, but Bron, they get all the defense attention. So, I get the wide open shots. It's an easy shot, in the world. So I'm just practicing those shots, and I'm just doing like practice. So, yeah, those are on them.
I mean, they did kind of look like practice shots, but you got to give yourself some credit. All right, 5 for 7 in a playoff game, in a closeout game. It's pretty good.
Yeah, they trust me, with the shooting. They all, after the last game too, they want me to shoot more threes. Their coaches all came out to me and it's like shoot more threes. So yeah, that's what I did this game. Yeah.
All right, I have more good news for you. Because of what happened in the East, you don't have to play until Tuesday. So you get a couple recovery days. You get to fly home to LA tonight instead of having to go straight to OKC. So thoughts on that in the upcoming series against the Thunder?
Yeah, we need the rest. Especially this guy, 40 years old. He needed the rest right now. So
yeah, LeBron behind him.
We needed it. We needed 2 days in between.
So it's a Saturday off, Sunday, and then Monday probably fly Monday. Games on Tuesday.
That's big for us actually. So yeah, we're gonna take out advantage and we get ready for the next series.
Thank you, Rui. Appreciate it, man.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
The Lakers' new big 3 tonight. Austin Reeves took over in that third quarter, 15 points on 7 of 14. And how about Rui Hachimura? They could not stop talking about him in the broadcast. 21 points, 5 of 7 from 3. Also played great defense, had a couple blocks, 6 rebounds. And LeBron James running out of ways to describe him. 28 points, 8 assists, and 7 rebounds. The Lakers shoot 43% from 3 with 12 made threes. And I want to start with Rui, actually, and the job that he did. And the Lakers getting him the ball in perfect position to shoot, and he nailed them. 5 threes, open up that game.
You know, he was the first one I thought about when Luka and Reeves went down. I was like, this is the guy that can give you the efficiency, you know, and keep it going. And he has done that very well, Geeter. He's rebounding the ball better, 6 tonight, which I love. Defensively, he's physical, and he's got one of the purest shots on the team. Whether it's a 3, whether it's one dribble pull-up, I just love the way he stepped up in the absence of players. Rui's always been talked about as being that third guy, you know, for a while, for the last few years. And then Austin Reeves, Luka came, LeBron, but he's still able to, you know, step up when necessary, and he did tonight.
Yeah, Rui's a big-time player, man. He shows up in the playoffs. I've got a chance to play against him when he's in D.C., and I don't think he missed a damn shot. But we can remember time before in a Lakers uniform where he kind of made a name for himself, a household name. You know, he's more of a mid-range guy, but he's really developed that 3-ball. And that's not easy to do, even when you're open in a Lakers uniform, to knock down shots. But he was right. They did a great job of penetrating, making guys collapse the defense, and then finding guys, and he just teeing it up. And once he got in rhythm, he just kept letting it fly with confidence. But he also ran the floor. He got some easy baskets at the rim, blocked a couple shots, did some great defensive things for them. But overall, a great game for Rui, and they're going to need him to continue this if they want to compete with Oklahoma City Thunder in the next round.
You see all the coaches shaking hands right now.
Yeah.
Great job by JJ and the staff. Luka Doncic, hoping he can return at some point during the Oklahoma City series. The Lakers win it 4-2. Behind Rui's 21 on 8 of 15, and that man right there who we're going to talk about, LeBron James. We mentioned it in the pregame show. If you're going to a Game 6, his numbers in Game 6, what he averages in his 24 times being there, 29 points, 10 rebounds, and 8 assists. James, he was right there with 28, 8, and 7. He was absolutely fantastic.
I need to see his birth certificate.
Hasn't missed a step, right? He's 1 point down, father time.
And Danny, I asked you in the pregame show, you've been with him in these situations before, you've been against him before.
Yeah. Absolutely
incredible. You knew he would be ready to go.
Yeah, there's only a few guys that I'm scared of him on the other side on the Game 6, and he's definitely probably #1 on top of that list. But again, like Big Game said, his birth certificate does not show how he's playing.
No.
You know, he's only 1 point down. Like, nobody would think a 41-year-old would still be performing at that level. He's like, oh, you know, this is prime numbers. No, he's been doing this, and it seems like he's still in his prime at 41 years old, just because of how focused and mentally locked in he is. It's amazing what the mind can do, what the brain can do if you tell it, or I guess train it to do, and it allows most people's bodies can't do. Like, my mind tells me a lot of things, but my body doesn't follow. But for some odd reason, he's able to put the two together.
You know what gets me excited before you go, James? When LeBron gets that bucket, timeout, he's going crazy. First guy off the bench is his son. Bronny going crazy. It's pretty fun.
I mean, they've been shooting hoops in the driveway forever. I can remember Bronny as a kid, you know, after the game shooting in Cleveland. But, you know, athletes, great athletes, and most athletes have an innate thing in there that just comes out when it has to. Like, LeBron is one of those players. It's in there. And, you know, it's something he's worked on his whole career. Doesn't really have to ask for it. It just kind of it just happens. He's that talented. And he's, you know, and I know the odds may be against him, but look, he's living out his career.
Defying him.
He's living out his career, man. He's playing hard. Excuse me. And I know he's not, you know, thinking about a championship, but that's what he's trying to do. He's going to play hard and try to lead his team to win games. And if that means, you know, winning a couple games or advancing, that's what they'll do. That's what he wants to do. He's not thinking about it against the odds. He's thinking about playing the game.
I mean, I think he is. I think he knows he's the only person that can defy. Like, he's been defying odds since he's in high school, and hasn't changed since. And, you know, people are going to count him out in the second round too. I think he loves to take on those challenges and to prove the world wrong. It only gives him extra motivation, as if he needs any more extra motivation.
If he stopped playing today, he'd be the only guy to ever beat Father Time, too.
Yeah.
So that'd be nice.
Yeah.
But he's not going to, because he got another series to go.
Yeah.
OKC, that's going to be a fun one. But I want to talk about the defense. J.J. Redick, they doubled Şengün a lot in Game 5 in L.A. Tonight, defensively, they were so locked in, and you got to credit a guy like DeAndre Ayton. The job he did on Şengün, he had 16 rebounds. He played his role. He was absolutely fantastic. I looked at the plus-minus. Luke Kennard plus 22, Hayes plus 21, Jake LaRavia. Those guys had 9 rebounds. Those 3 guys were the only 3 guys that played on the bench the first half. 30 minutes, 9 rebounds. Huge difference. They were leading 12-0. In terms of points over the Rockets bench. I looked at LeBron at plus 26, Rui at plus 20, Marcus Smart, 7 points, but plus 25. He had the 4 stocks. He took a couple of charges. They were locked in, James. And then you look at the rebounding battle. The Lakers plus 10. The Rockets, only 7 offensive rebounds until that final play where they got their 8th. That's where they were killing the Lakers. These last 2 games, they did not. This time it mattered.
Defense rules, Geeter, especially this time of year. It rules. You got to have some awesome offense, too. But defense rules. That's why Oklahoma are defending champions. All that offense they have, their defense.